All right. Let's go to page 218 and 219. All right. It's time for a change. Let's see. Some animals don't just get larger as they grow. An animal may change it so much that at different stages it doesn't even look like the same organism. For example, like a butterfly. You know, how does it start? Starts, you know, when it's inside a caterpillar, and then, it's a worm first, then it goes into this sac, which is called caterpillar, and then when it goes out, it's a beautiful butterfly, and it flies with beautiful colors. So, this is what it talks about. It's time for a change. So, active reading. Some organisms completely change form as they grow. This process is called metamorphosis. Insects are the most common animals that undergo metamorphosis.
Complete metamorphosis.
Okay, underline or highlight these two words, please. An insect such as this ladybug, or also they're also called ladybirds too, goes through 4 different stages in its life cycle. First, the insect begins life as an egg. 2, the egg hatches to produce a larva. The larva eats and quickly grows in size. 3, a larva develops into a pupa. Because the pupa does not move, this is often called the resting stage. Although it is not moving in the pupa stage, the insect's body is undergoing dramatic change. Okay. 4, the adult emerges from the pupa. The adult insect can fly and reproduce. Wow. So, you see this? The complete metamorphosis here in this part, what we just read. Okay, then, another type of metamorphosis that occurs in some insects is complete metamorphosis. Incomplete metamorphosis, underline these 2 words, please. Remember, the first part was incomplete, and this is complete. It was complete, and this is incomplete metamorphosis. Had 3 stages. First, the egg, the nymph, and the adult. The nymph stage looks like a smaller version of the adult, but a nymph cannot fly or reproduce. As the nymph grows, it molds or sheds its hard outer shell. The nymph molts several times until it finally becomes an adult. Metamorphosis is not limited to insects. Frogs also undergo from egg to tadpole to adult. Can you think of any other animals that undergo metamorphosis, kids? Butterflies, right? Good. Okay, kids. Insect life cycles, all right? Fill the blanks here. And look at this. This is an incomplete metamorphosis. Remember, this only has 3 stages. And here it has 4, okay? The complete metamorphosis has 4 stages, and the incomplete metamorphosis has 3, okay? Good. All right, let's go to, wow, zoom it up. Good, kids. Page 220, zoom it up. Page 221, brain check. Page 202, apply concepts. Okay, do this too. You know how to do it, kids. And this part too, okay? Great, good job. Okay, need coffee. Wow, okay. All right. Now there is a story here. You can read these stories, kids. Liza Stevens, Raymond Sukumar. Okay, all right. Then, after this, go to page 225 and on lesson 6. Essential question. What are physical and behavioral adaptations? So, engage your brain, kids. Active reading, lesson vocabulary. Okay, you know what to do. So, let's read on this lesson and after complete these parts. All right, let's start. Adaptations on page 226. Okay, living things have many similarities. They also have many interesting differences. Active reading. Deserts are home to many kinds of snakes. This is because snakes have characteristics that help them survive in a desert. For example, snakes have tough, scaly skin that keeps them from drying out. A characteristic that helps a living thing survive is called an adaptation. Okay, kids, underline this word, please. Okay, suppose an animal is born with a new characteristic. If this characteristic helps the animal survive, the animal is likely to reproduce and pass on the characteristic to its young. Remember, like the traits from its parent, from their parents to its offspring. Okay, as long as the animal's habitat doesn't change, the young that have these characteristics are also likely to survive and reproduce. Over time, the adaptation becomes more common in the population. In this way, population of plants and animals become adapted to their habitats. Okay, so look at this. Bunnies. I love bunnies. They're so sweet. Okay, so an Arctic hare lives in a cold habitat. It has thick fur to keep it warm and small ears that prevent heat from being lost. A jackrabbit, look at its ears. Wow, look at these long ears. Oh. A jackrabbit lives in a hot habitat. Jackrabbits have large ears that help keep their blood cool. Cool, not cold, cool. Alright, on the other page, ostriches, grebes, and emus all live on different continents. Even though they live very far from each other, they look almost the same. Yeah, that's true. Look at the ostrich, the emu, and the rhea. They look like cousins, but they live in different places. So, their habitats are very similar. And so they share similar adaptations. These birds are all adapted for running fast. Ostriches are the fastest flightless birds on Earth. They can reach speeds of 72 kilometers per hour. Or, in other words, 45 miles per hour. That's a lot. That's very, very fast. Good. Okay, so now look at this. Look at the ostrich, the emus, and the rheas. Okay? Alright, so fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks. This part, kids. Vines and trees are both plants, but they are very different from each other. What adaptations can you see in these plants? And how do you think these adaptations help them survive? Okay? So look at this picture too and answer this. Okay. Alright. Form and function. Page 228, 229. Why can penguins live in the Antarctic, while most other birds can't? They have a layer of blubber to keep them warm. That's the reason. So they can stay in very, very cold temperature, freezing temperatures, and no problem for them, for the penguins. That is their habitat. Okay, so some adaptations are differences in the bodies of organisms. These are called physical adaptations. Organisms have physical adaptations that help them survive in different environments. When a plant or animal has a characteristic that enables it to survive in a way that other plants or animals cannot, the organism with the adaptation has an advantage. Consider how some of the organisms shown on these two pages are better able to survive in their environments than organisms that do not have these adaptations. So look at this. There is a penguin here, and this is the eyes of this bird. And look at this. Are covered with a thin transparent eye light that keeps the eye moist when the bird flies. Okay? So in other words, these are protections these animals have to help them survive and live in these very, very hard environments. And also look at this one here. Look at this bison here. And bison have adaptations that allow them to live on prairies. They have horns that may use for protection, and fur that keeps them warm during cold winters. Look at this hairy animal. A bison can live, for example, most of them live in the very north of the United States or in Canada. And they're very hairy. They are covered by lots of fur because this is a protection for them to live, this helps them to live and survive in these very freezing regions in this planet. Okay? Alright, so now look at this part. Choose an animal or imagine a new animal. Write a description of the environment in which the animal lives. Then describe the adaptation that allowed the animal to live in a specific environment. So you can choose a penguin, or you can choose a bison and read what you think. Or you can choose another animal. Okay? Alright. Or you can imagine a new one. Why not? Use your imagination, kids. Alright, now go to page 230, 231. Okay, on this part, eat or be eaten. Wow. My God. Yes, that is one of the rules in life, especially in the wild. Eat or be eaten. That's really very, very hard, but it is like it is. So, whether blending in or standing out, physical adaptations help organisms survive. Okay, active reading. Some physical adaptations protect living things from being eaten. For example, roses have sharp thorns that help keep their stems from being eaten. Other physical adaptations help to keep an animal hidden. This type of adaptation is called camouflage. When green lizards hide in green grass, they are camouflaged. Animals that hunt, such as eagles, have adaptations that help them catch food. Eagles have very good eyesight. They also have sharp claws on their feet, which they use to capture their food, their prey. Many plants have adaptations that help spread their seeds. Some seeds can be carried by the wind. Other seeds are inside berries. When the berries are eaten, the seeds are carried to a new location. Look at this. Okay. Catching flies. Bright coloring on an animal is often a warning that the animal is in danger. Many animals know that paper wasps, like the one shown below, have a painful sting. The black and yellow hoverfly doesn't have a stinger. It is completely harmless, but because the hoverfly looks like a wasp, a wasp? Okay, the bee and the wasp, but they're different and they hurt. When they hurt, they bite your kids. Oh my God, it's a very, very painful sensation you have. Okay, all right. This adaptation is called mimicry. Okay, here. Okay, examples of this: chameleons have many adaptations that help them catch insects. They have long, sticky tongues that capture an insect in the blink of an eye. Very fast. They have eyes that move in all directions, helping them see not only food, but also possible danger. Chameleons also have feet and a tail that wrap around branches, making them excellent climbers. With all of these adaptations, a tasty fly must look like a wasp to a boy being eaten by a chameleon.